Hi, welcome. I'm Hunjung. Although we cannot interact with each other face to face, I'm so glad to study with you in this fall semester. Before we begin with, let me introduce myself briefly. As I said, my name is Hunjung. I'm from South Korea, but currently I'm living in the US because I'm studying in PhD program at Fuller Theological Seminary in California. As a 6 years PhD candidate, I'm writing my dissertation now. Before coming here, I have studied systematic theology at Caribbean Theological Seminary in the US as well. And my main interest in my study is multiple: systematic theology, missiology, public theology, political theology, philosophy, apologetics, and so on. And my denominational background is Reformed Presbyterian. This means that although I will deal with various evangelical theologians' ideas, the main focus will be the perspective of Reformed Presbyterian. As a personal background, I got married and have two children, two very energetic boys. In the leisure time, usually I enjoy reading various kind of books. For example, theology, politics, philosophy, and so on. And I like traveling. Also, I take time with my family, especially I love to play soccer with my two children. They are so good at soccer. And I have been in the Philippines 2 times more than 10 years ago. At the time, I led my short-term mission trip teams. I and my teams were doing mission in Baguio, the northern Philippines. That memory is very precious for me. Anyway, so I'm very glad to study with you. Now, it's your turn. I would like to know who you are. Although we cannot meet in person, I think that it would be very helpful for this class if I know you more. So, the first homework that you need to do for me is to introduce yourself. First, your name. Second, I wonder your testimonies, if you have, or how you have how you have accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, or how you decided to study theology. Maybe some people began to study theology because missionary recommended, or because some people wanted to know about God more after accepting Jesus Christ as your Savior. Third, you may state what your purpose for studying theology is. Maybe you study theology to be pastor or missionary or theologian. Or someone wants to just wonder about who God is. Anyhow, if you have a specific purpose to study theology, please let me know. First, I want to know your ministry experience or plan. If you have been involved in some ministry already, please put it down. Some people may be preaching every Sunday as a pastor. Some people may be doing children or youth ministry. Some people are helping missionaries now. Or if you have any plan or desire to do ministry, what field is it? Lastly, if you have any specific interest about certain theological field or subject, please write it down in your self-introduction. Except these questions, if there are more that you want to inform me, you can put whatever you want. Anyway, the first homework is to introduce yourself. But actually, this is not a homework. This is just the opportunity for knowing each other. The due date of this self-introduction is this Wednesday midnight in the Philippine time. You can send it to me by email. There's my email address in the syllabus. And if you have any questions about me or if there are any comments about this class, please let me know. You can send me the email or just write down on the Facebook. Next, we are gonna discuss how we make this class. As you know, we are experiencing many difficulties during this pandemic period. Especially school life is not like before pandemic. We cannot meet each other or discuss in person. Also, it is so hard to learn in school because this is online class. As some researchers describe, online class is not that effective in comparison to offline, in-person class. But this is pandemic time, so although we cannot interact as closely as before pandemic, we have to do our best in this situation. And indeed, we experience not only difficulties but also some goodness. One thing that we can get is that we can study together. You are in the Philippines and I live in the U.S. The distance is huge, and the time difference is 15 hours. But we can study together. I couldn't imagine this type of class before pandemic. I think that this is one of the benefits that we can get during this pandemic period. So I hope we enjoy getting the benefit of this distance learning system. However, I know that the students cannot focus on online class well. I believe that the time that you can focus is not that long, so I won't make long lecture video. Every lecture will last only for 40 to 50 minutes in total. But as you know, this class is 3 units class, right? Meaning that we need to spend 3 hours every week in studying this subject. So I will give you some time to summarize what you study in each class. We will discuss this in a minute when we share the syllabus. As you know, the title of this class is Bibliology. What is Bibliology? Have you heard that? Bibliology means theology of the Bible. Bibliology is very important in shaping our theology and faith as the foundation because Christianity is the religion of the Bible. So it's very important that you have your own perspective on the Bible. For example, what is the Bible? What is the nature or characteristics of the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? God or human author? And how? And my people are suspicious. Many people are suspicious about the authority of the Bible. Or there are many questions about the Bible. Such questions all are significant for our faith and theology. In this respect, I feel very honored to teach this important subject. I hope this class is useful for shaping your faith and theology. Also, I want to help your theological study, ministry, and preaching, especially you are currently doing ministry and your faith and your faith and so on. So I think this class will be useful for you. Now let's share our syllabus. It's important to share syllabus in the first time of every class because through reading syllabus carefully, students can make the study plan. Also, through this time, you can get what is important and what you need to focus on in this class. So, whenever I begin with the first class, I share my syllabus to show the master plan of this class. So let's turn to the syllabus. I believe that you already got the syllabus through email. If you didn't get it yet, you can email me for it. First, course description. The Bible is the core of Christian theology and faith. As an introductory level, this course is designed to learn theology of the Bible. Through this course, students can get knowledge about significance and the authority and characteristics of the Bible. This shows the goal of this course. As I said earlier, the view of the Bible is one of the most important things in theology and faith. For example, some people believe that God is the author of the Bible, while some people think that only human beings are the author of the Bible. It's natural that their preaching in ministry is very different. Also, some people argue that both God and human beings are the authors. However, what does it mean? Like this, main theological issues depend on one's view of the Bible. In this sense, during this class, you need to figure out your own view of the Bible. Second, class date and time. Our class time is on Monday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And it is done by YouTube channel linked with Facebook. Actually, I have thought about the live class via Zoom, but it's almost impossible because of the time difference. Monday 8 a.m. in Philippines is Sunday 5 p.m. in the US. In this time, actually, I'm doing ministry. So I'm really sorry, but maybe we cannot do a live class in this semester. Third, educational objectives and competencies. A. Students understand the importance of the Bible in Christian faith. Throughout this class, I will continue to emphasize the importance of the Bible in Christian faith. B. Students recognize the nature and the characteristics of the Bible. The Bible is a book, but it is not ordinary book, but very special book in the perspectives of author, nature, and characteristics. We will discuss in what sense the Bible is special. C. Students know the crucial questions concerning the Bible, answering them. When I introduced myself, I stated that I'm interested in apologetics. I'm not sure if you have heard apologetics. Maybe some people have heard it, but I think that most of you haven't. Apologetics is an rational answers to questions or doubts about Christianity or Christian faith. It is like the problem of evil, God's existence, or resurrection of the Jesus Christ, or the relationship between faith and science, and so forth. And the authority of the Bible is one of them. So we will deal with these apologetic topics in relation to the Bible. Fourth, relevance for ministry. Every Christian ministry, such as preaching, dogma, confessions, catechisms, counseling, Bible study, etc., are closely related to the Bible, in that all of them originate from the Bible. So, the Bible is authority, top authority of all of ministries. So this is very crucial because some of you are currently involved in ministry. If not, most of you maybe start your ministry at some point. And some people should plan ministry as a church leader now. So, what is the main source for the decision or plan of ministries? It's the Bible, right? So I'm sure that this course will help you be prepared as a good minister. Fifth, course format. Due to the time difference between the US and the Philippines, this course will not be able to be done by the form of live lecture such as Zoom, as I said. The instructor will upload lecture video on YouTube channel, linking it with EMC Facebook page before the class time. Every lecture will last for about 40 to 50 minutes. And I will upload my video until Sunday night or Monday early morning at the latest in the Philippines time. So if you cannot wait the class, you can attend the class maybe on Sunday night. 6. Course text. References. I will introduce some references about the bibliology. Because this is an introductory course, most of the books is easy to read. First, Herman Bavinck's book, Reformed Dogmatics. Herman Bavinck is Dutch Reformed theologian. He is a top-notch theologian in Reformed circle, and his book is actually very deep and very philosophical, and is encyclopedic. So this is not easy to read, but if there's someone who wants to be a theologian, he or she should read this book necessarily. Second, Louis Berkhof's book, Systematic Theology. Louis Berkhof was a professor of systematic theology at Calvin Theological Seminary in the U.S. This book is like an abridged version of Herman Bavinck's Reformed Dogmatics. So this book will be a good start for beginner. And because Berkhof's ancestor was an immigrant from the Netherlands, his theology is in line with Herman Bavinck's Dutch Reformed theology. So if you want to taste Dutch Reformed theology, or you are a Calvinist, or you need to study Reformed Presbyterian theology, you just need to read this book. This book is easier to read than Bavinck's book. Third, John Frame's book, The Doctrine of the Word of God. John Frame was a professor of philosophy and systematic theology at Westminster Theological Seminary and Reformed Theological Seminary in the U.S. He is a Calvinist theologian, so in his book, he elaborates on the nature and characteristics of the Bible and Revelation from the Calvinist Presbyterian perspective. First, David Hubbard's book. The title of this book is Does the Bible Really Work? Dr. Hubbard was a professor of Old Testament and president at Fuller Theological Seminary, where I am studying. This volume is not difficult to read. However, it contains very important topics and contents in relation to the Bible. So I chose this book as an assignment for book review in this semester. I will inform you of more details in a minute. Last but not least, Robert Raymond's book, A New Systematic Theology of the Christian Faith. Robert Raymond taught systematic theology at Covenant Theological Seminary and Knox Theological Seminary in the U.S. He is very conservative. Also, the noticeable point of his book is that while other scholars such as Herman Bavinck and John Frame base their own theology on philosophy, Dr. Raymond focused more on the Bible. This is the strength of his book, I think. And our class will be based mainly on this book because, as I said, the Bible is the most important in shaping Christian theology. So we will discuss many topics from the biblical perspective. Next, we will share assignments. I know that usually students do not like assignments, right? Actually, when I was a student, I did not like that either. But you need to remember that assignments are not penalty, correct? I just want to help you be equipped with sound theology. I am just an assistant for you, so I have been considering how I can do that until now. Because you are a college student and this is pandemic period, I came to think that I needed to minimize assignments, but they are highly effective to improve your theological view. So I will offer only two assignments, only two, the first is class note. Indeed, this is not an assignment. Usually, as you know, class attendance is very important, right? At least I think that. I believe that because it shows the students' sincerity and commitment to this class. As a teacher, I value the attitude such as participation in class, eagerness, and desire to learn, sincerity and diligence, more than ability to study or knowledge or grade and so forth. So class note is only for that. Class note shows your sincerity and desire to learn as a student. It's simple to do the assignment. You will watch 40 to 50 long video, as I said, and it's short, right? Given this class is 3 units. So each class video will cover just a few things. So after watching it, you just need to summarize what you learned in the class. And plus, please add just one question or your insight from the class. For example, someone may learn what he or she did not know before, or some people may consider that certain point of the class is not clear or needs to be explained more accurately or specifically. I believe that a lot of questions pop up in your mind while each class. You know what? Good student is a student raising a good question, because having a question means that the student was concentrated on and immersed in the class. Also, this assignment is useful for preparing exams by reviewing what you learn each day. You will take exams in the way of open book. The most important thing in the open book style exam is class note. If you will do this assignment well, you won't need to spend the extra time to prepare for the exams. Test days maybe will be like vacation or holiday. Anyhow, so after each class, just summarize and raise a question or put your insight in the class note in the Word format and send me. It's so simple, right? The length of class note is within 1 to 2 pages. Okay, you can finish the homework before 11 a.m. maybe. The due date of each class note is Wednesday midnight in the Philippines time. And the second assignment is a book review. Please review the book that I have already introduced in the reference section in the syllabus. The title is Does the Bible Really Work? This volume is easy to digest and less than 100 pages. This will be good introduction to bibliology. Specifically, when you read this book, you can know what topics are in discussion of theology of the Bible. What you need to deal with in your book review paper is as follows. First, a brief summary. A summary does not need to be long. You can put something important within the first half page. Second, your comment or insight about the book or the author's thought. If you would like to say something about this book, just put it down. And if you get some good lessons or perspectives of the Bible from the author, put it down as well. Its length will be half to 1 page. Last, your question or criticism. While reading this book, you can have some question about the author's idea, or you may oppose the author's idea. So feel free to ask a question or give some criticism. You don't need to get this book because I will give you a PDF form of this book through email. So the total length of this assignment will be 1 to 2 pages. And the due date of this assignment is December 17th, Friday. It's maybe the final day of this semester. 8th, exams. Throughout this class, you will take 4 exams. Every 4 class, fourth week, 8th week, and 12th week, and 16th week are test day. I believe that now you are very terrified and embarrassed, right? But you don't need to do that because, as I said, it is open book style exam, meaning that at the exam, you can refer to your class note freely. Also, the testing time is longer than 3 hours because I will post the test questions before the class time, Monday morning 8 a.m. and just send the answers to me before 11 a.m. via email. In the test, I will give you 2 to 4 questions in each test. Then you will choose 1 or 2 questions of them and answer them. It's very simple, right? And easy. Nice grading system. Class note assignment starts from this week, but as I said, the first assignment is not class note because today we just shared the syllabus. So the first assignment is your self-introduction. Each class note, including today's assignment, your self-introduction, is 4 points. And we will have 12 classes, including today's class in total. So class note point will be 48 points in total. And each exam is 10 points. So the exams amount to 40 points in total. Book review assignment is the remaining 12 points. This is the introduction of our class. I'm very thrilled to study with you in this semester. Also, I'm very glad to teach this very important subject. I hope you are also excited to explore the Bible. If you have any questions about this class or study or anything else, feel free to contact me via email. Although we cannot meet in person, I will do my best to help you. Please remember, I'm here to help you and improve you. God bless you. And may God bless this class. See you in the next class. Thank you.